Thanks for joining us this afternoon. I hope you had a productive morning also. I certainly was kept very busy. Just to explain a little bit about the partnership that I'm part of, Amadeus Capital is a London and Cambridge-based partnership. It's been established about 18 years. It has about 90 companies in its portfolios across 9 funds over that period. And so we're somewhat experienced by now dealing with companies at all stages. We've always invested from early stage through growth right through to the late stage kind of investing, including secondary purchases where we're buying out other people's positions in companies. And the partnership has different teams which are responsible for different stages of the various growth cycles of companies. I personally specialize in the early stage, so I deal with seed through Series A. And I have a live fund right now. It's a type of fund called an enterprise capital fund. So it thinks particularly about UK companies or companies which are coming from another country but are building a big presence in the UK. And of course, we're really interested in companies wherever they started from that are expanding globally. We want to be investing in businesses that are thinking about the opportunity all over the world, not just here in the UK, even though that might be where they start. For me, trying to decide whether a business is investable is different according to what stage I'm thinking about it at. At the seed stage, I'm mostly interested in the quality of the people who are going to drive the business forwards. And evaluating a team at seed stage and figuring out who's going to be capable of making that business a success to the greatest extent possible, regardless of the obstacles which are put in their path. That's really the big challenge in entrepreneurship, to think your way over, under, around, or through the obstacles which you find. That's really about the quality of the people. Beyond the people, the quality of the market opportunity, the size of the total addressable market is particularly important to me. I want to invest in businesses that can be very large indeed. That's going to maximize the chance that we make money for you and we make money for our investors as well. And that means that we're not interested in things which have niche or vertical applications alone. Although they can start there, they need to be able to be scaled into global opportunities. And the last thing, even though I consider myself to be a technology person, the last thing actually I have to evaluate is the quality of the technology. I have to assume that the people building a business have delivered technology which they genuinely believe is as good as it can possibly be. I, of course, do some due diligence to figure out whether other people have built similar technology which might be a competitive risk. But ultimately, I'm going to take a view that you're probably capable of doing the thing that you set out to do if your team is up to the required standard. And so that's why we end up thinking so much about the team. Now, when we're thinking about Series A investing in a business which has already got a product in market, so it's demonstrated some product market fit, and it's started to get the first maybe $1 million in revenues, then at that stage, it's more about growth. It's more about understanding how quickly is the business growing. What's the velocity, the acceleration of the business over time that's leading it to be a real demonstrator of the kind of global scalable success that I mentioned. And in that case, of course, we assume that you've still got a great team. We assume you're addressing a big market, and it's kind of proven that you've got a great technology. So it becomes more about execution skills. It's about sales and marketing. It's about growing the organization. It's about capitalizing on the opportunity and the success which you've already built for yourself. And this is, I guess, where we think Amadeus can really help add value. Amadeus is a partnership composed of people who have been operators of businesses. They themselves have built businesses, grown those businesses, and exited those businesses, as well, of course, as investing in other people's businesses. And it's that experience, it's having made some mistakes ourselves and trying to help you avoid making the same mistakes. Of course, you can still make some different mistakes, but it means that we can try to add value by helping you with the experience of the entire partnership. And our whole partnership thinks about all of the deals that we do, not just the ones that they are actively involved in. And we try to crowdsource the benefit of having a great deal of experience across the firm. So I hope that's just given you a flavor of what Amadeus is about, and I might have 20 seconds for questions if you have one. Quick. Yep.
Is there a particular focus? Is it all technology?
Early stages, all technology in Amadeus generally, and in early stage, particularly right now, things like big data analytics, cybersecurity, the Internet of Things, healthcare IT, sensors and diagnostics. I have Samsung Electronics as an investor in my fund. They help me to get businesses engaged with their consumer electronics business. So that's a sort of example of things which might go particularly well.